I found that nothing in life is worthwhile unless you take risks. Nothing. Nelson Mandela said, "There is no passion to be found playing small and settling for a life that's less than the one you're capable of living." Now, I'm sure in your experiences in school and applying to college and picking your major and deciding what you want to do with life, I'm sure people have told you to make sure you have something to fall back on. Make sure you got something to fall back on, honey. But I never understood that concept, having something to fall back on. If I'm going to fall, I don't want to fall back on anything. I want to fall forward. I figure at least this way I'll see what I'm going to hit. Without consistency, you'll never finish. So do what you feel passionate about. Take chances. Don't be afraid to fail. There's an old IQ test, was 9 dots, and you had to draw 5 lines with a pencil within these 9 dots without lifting the pencil. The only way to do it was to go outside the box. Don't be afraid to think outside the box. Don't be afraid to fail big, to dream big. But remember, dreams without goals are just dreams. Reggie Jackson struck out 2,600 times in his career, the most in the history of baseball. But you don't hear about the strikeouts. People remember the home runs. Fall forward. Thomas Edison conducted 1,000 failed experiments. Did you know that? I didn't know that. Because the 1,001st was the light bulb. Fall forward. Every failed experiment is one step closer to success. You've got to take risks, and I'm sure you've probably heard that before, but I want to talk to you about why that's so important. You will fail at some point in your life. Accept it. You will lose. You will embarrass yourself. You will suck at something. There's no doubt about it. And I know that's probably not a traditional message for a graduation ceremony, but hey, I'm telling you, embrace it, because it's inevitable. In the acting business, you fail all the time. Early on in my career, I auditioned for a part in a Broadway musical. Perfect role for me, I thought, except for the fact that I can't sing. I didn't get the job. But here's the thing. I didn't quit. I didn't fall back. I walked out of there to prepare for the next audition, and the next audition, and the next audition. I prayed. I prayed, and I prayed. But I continued to fail, and fail, and fail. But it didn't matter, because you know what? There's an old saying, you hang around the barbershop long enough, sooner or later you're going to get a haircut. So you will catch a break, and I did catch a break. Last year, I did a play called Fences on Broadway. But here's the kicker. It was at the Court Theater. It was at the same theater that I failed that first audition 30 years prior. The point is, every graduate here today has the training and the talent to succeed. But do you have the guts to fail? If you don't fail, you're not even trying. I'll say it again. If you don't fail, you're not even trying. To get something you never had, you have to do something you never did. So imagine you're on your deathbed, and standing around your deathbed are the ghosts representing your unfulfilled potential. The ghost of the ideas you never acted on. The ghost of the talents you didn't use. And they're standing around your bed, angry, disappointed, and upset. They say we came to you because you could have brought us to life, they say. And now we have to go to the grave together. So I ask you today, how many ghosts are going to be around your bed when your time comes? I just got back from South Africa. It's a beautiful country, but there are places there with terrible poverty that need help. And Africa is just the tip of the iceberg. The Middle East needs your help. Japan needs your help. Alabama needs your help. Tennessee needs your help. Louisiana needs your help. Philadelphia needs your help. The world needs a lot, and we need it from you. We really do. We need it from you young people. I mean, I'm not speaking for the rest of us up here, but I know I'm getting a little grayer. We need it from you, the young people, because remember this. You got to get out there. You got to give it everything you got, whether it's your time, your talent, your prayers, or your treasures. What are you going to do with what you have? I'm not talking about how much you have. Some of you are business majors. Some of you are theologians, nurses, sociologists. Some of you have money. Some of you have patience. Some of you have kindness. Some of you have love. Some of you have the gift of long suffering. Whatever it is, whatever your gift is, what are you going to do with what you have? All right, now here's my last point about failure. Sometimes it's the best way to figure out where you're going. Your life will never be a straight path. I began at Fordham University as a pre-med student. I took a course called cardiac morphogenesis. I couldn't read it, I couldn't say it, I sure couldn't pass it. So then I decided to go into pre-law, then journalism. And with no academic focus, my grades took off in their own direction. I was a 1.8 GPA. And the university very politely suggested that it might be better to take some time off. I was 20 years old. I was at my lowest point. And then one day, and I remember the exact day, March 27th, 1975, I was helping my mother in her beauty shop. My mother owned a beauty shop up in Mount Vernon. And there was this older woman who was considered one of the elders in the town. And I didn't know her personally, but I was looking in the mirror, and every time I looked at the mirror, I could see her behind me, and she was staring at me. She just kept looking at me. Every time I looked at her, she kept giving me these strange looks. So she finally took the dryer off her head and she said something I'll never forget. She said, "Young boy, I have a prophecy, a spiritual prophecy." She said, "You are going to travel the world and speak to millions of people." And in the years that followed, just as that woman prophesied, I have traveled the world and I have spoken to millions of people through my movies. Millions who up till this day couldn't see me, who up till this day I couldn't see while I was talking to them, and they couldn't see me, they could only see the movie. They couldn't see the real me. But I see you today, and I'm encouraged by what I see. And I'm strengthened by what I see. Because taking risk is not just about going for a job. It's also about knowing what you know and what you don't know. It's about being open to people and to ideas. The chances you take, the people you meet, the people you love, the faith that you have, that's what's going to define you. Never be discouraged. Never hold back. Give everything you got. And when you fall throughout life, remember this: fall forward.
Fall forward, he says. And check it out. If you don't fall forward, your ass is falling backwards. And you don't want to do that. You don't want to fall backwards. You need to fall forwards, or hell, fall to the side. But definitely don't fall backwards, that's for sure. That's the great Denzel Washington. If you don't know, now you know. And he is a man. First of all, he's a great speaker, right? We know this. And he doesn't fall victim to the antics that's put out by Hollywood and, you know, the agenda stuff. And he's a man that has conviction and stands by what he believes in. And at the end of the day, that's all you can really ask for is, you know, Flip says, two here. At Flipper. Yes, Flipper's right here. Look at her. Flipper's in the house. And she has a cool hat on. What hat do you have on? Let me see that thing. What does that say?
It's the HODL.
Oh, HODL. It's got a little Bitcoin logo right there. Look at that. Where'd you get that from?
The Bitcoin conference.
You did. You want to do me a favor? Yeah. You want to go grab me my notepad up there, babe, on the side of the bed up there? I appreciate it. Man, talk about an eventful week. An eventful week for sure. And I don't know if it's eventful, really. Eventful when a lot of things were going on, that's for sure. And, yeah. Let me pull this up real quick. Let's see where we're at here. Friday, June 19th. June 19th. It's just another day for me. $471.
What? VHF does not like to go in the room, right?
No. All right, guys, it's Friday, June 19th, 2026. We're sitting at the Bitcoin block height of 954,471. Can you believe it? We're almost to 1 million. That's going to be crazy, huh? And if I remember correctly, I believe Jor, or Jer, I think it was Jor. Jor said that if it fits within the time frame, that he would like to do a live, kind of a block party. Pun intended. Block party. Get it? He said he wanted to do a block party. I think that would be pretty cool. That would be really fun. Obviously, if it fits within the time, because we don't know when that's going to happen, right? Because we have still some slight fluctuation on when blocks come out, and so you can only estimate around where it's going to be. So, yeah, that'd be really cool. I thought that would be really great. And I'll tell you what, feels good to be back, sitting in front of you guys, have some sense of normal in our life again, because it was chaotic and it was difficult and hard. It was sad, and everything happened fast. And yeah, it basically, in a nutshell, George was about 2 days prior to us finding out he had the needle in his system, the needle that he had swallowed. We just weren't sure. He was throwing up. He wasn't eating and drinking regularly. We're thinking maybe something upset his stomach. Kind of the typical thing you see with most of your animals, right? You kind of give it a day or two. You're kind of, okay, let's kind of like gauge this, you know. And the 2 days that was going on, was the days I was at work, out on my route mowing my lawns. And Fanny messaged me, and she goes, something's not right. And I said, okay. And so she called around and took him in. She took him into a veterinary clinic locally here, or before she took him in, they weren't accepting new patients at the time.
In our town.
In our town. And so we had to drive. Yeah, we only have 2 vets in our town. So we had to drive 50 or so minutes into the main city of Boise, Idaho, and go take him to this one facility. Mind you, they were great there. Okay, first and foremost, they were very kind, very understanding, for the most part, because, you know, vet clinics, those people are about making money. Let's just be real. It's called for what it is. I think there's a portion of them that want to help animals out, but they're in the business to make money, okay? And so, yeah, so she took him in. I was finishing I think I was finishing my landscape route, headed home, and then she had messaged me the x-rays of the needle in his system, and yeah, in his intestine. And boy, you can tell it was a needle. You couldn't look at that image and be like, I don't know what this is. It's a 50-50 chance. Like, no, that was a straight up needle. And it was pretty big as my pinky. It was a pretty big needle. Lengthwise, not girthwise, pause. And yeah, so it was in his system. And so it made sense why he was regurgitating everything and not feeling well and not wanting to drink or just kind of feeling like crap. So we end up having a conversation, and pulling the trigger and saying, "Hey, let's get this taken care of." Now I'll be honest with you. Fanny was very, very upset. She was very upset, and she was crying. Okay, we're transparent here. She was crying. She was breaking down. She lost one cat during her cancer treatments. His name was Shaggy, and we lost him through a urethra blockage, and we couldn't afford at the time because of her cancer. We couldn't afford at the time to pay for his surgery. So she had lost her, kind of like her support animal. She looked at me and she says, I can't lose another animal to this. He means so much to me. And now when she says he means so much to me, obviously he means a lot to us, but he, she's speaking from her heart, how she personally felt. And I said, okay. So we, some of the prices were outrageous on the other facilities. There were like $12,000, $10,000, $8,000. I'm like, damn. 12,000. I'm like, I'm in the wrong business, right? But we end up finding that facility that, charged us a better amount. And it was on a sliding scale. And we got the lower end of the sliding scale. So we are very grateful of that. Lo and behold, it was being in his intestine and then moved to his colon. So it moved its way through, and they were able to not have to go as invasive within his system with cutting him up. And they were able to get it out with very minimal work, if you would call it even minimal, because there's nothing minimal about cutting anybody open or even an animal in that matter. So all in all, very grateful it went well. We also got him neutered because when we initially got him from the farmhands that lived down the road from us, he did have his balls on him, so we got him neutered as well. And yeah, so he got so he's all taken care of now, and he's at home and he's resting. And we have to carry him to go pee and stuff like that because the incisions, they cut his stomach and stuff. And so now he's on, I believe it's a gabapentin, a trazodone, and there's another thing which I believe is more of an antibiotic type thing. And so he'll be on that for 14 days essentially. But he's a champ. He's hanging in there. He finally started eating a little bit today and drinking a little bit. He went pee. So all good signs, as all you pet lovers know, is a good thing. When you can pee, you can poo, and you're eating a little bit, we'll take it. It's a win. So that's and for anybody who doesn't have pets or doesn't know or doesn't have a connection with animals in general, which is fine. When you have a pet, they're your family, right? And they're not here for a long time. So they're here for a short time, but we need to make it a good time. And we need we treat them like they're our own. They're our fur babies, right? Okay, just like the furry freeloader, like Nico, right? Okay, and Arnie and Jack, right? And everybody else's pets, okay? And they mean a lot to us. It does. It affects us because by nature, as human beings, we're loving individuals. We have hearts. We care. We have passion. We have a connection with animals. That's why I talked about the animal spirit cards, the other day. It wasn't like this guy's kind of like coming out with an oracle deck. No, it had nothing in it. What I was trying to say was that as human beings, we have a connection with nature. We have a connection with animals. We have this beautiful, this bond, this relationship with other beings, right? Because we have emotions. We care, we love, And so all's going well. We didn't get a lot of sleep those past couple of days. That's why we weren't doing lives. And we were just really taxed. We were up all night with him. And so now we're able to kind of feel a sense of normal and kind of like get back to the swing of things here. So let's get into some chat and see what we got going on here. And see what is going on here, guys. And another thing too, I just want to say before I forget, I really appreciate you guys understanding that I wasn't here, that this was a family emergency, that it was very taxing on us. You know, I had a talk with somebody today, and he asked me pretty straightforward, you know, like, well, how do you feel like since you haven't done the streams? And I said, I do feel a sense of guilt. I feel a sense of guilt because I enjoy sitting here with you guys for the short time we get to do this, but I enjoy it. And I do feel a sense of guilt when I wasn't able to be here to engage with everybody and to hang out. So but now we're here, and I just want to say thank you guys so much for understanding, for all the kind words, for the zaps that came in, which I didn't expect that. The zaps that came in for support. Nor did I ask for them. They just came in. I was just like, whoa. So I was very, very taken back by that, and very grateful and appreciative of that. So I just want to say thank you guys so much. Fanny, she's on the phone with a friend right now. I will speak for her. She says thank you very much for you guys' love and support. It really, really meant a lot to us. So, blessed. This is what Bitcoin does, guys. Brings people together. But let's get in some chat and let's see where we're at here. Let's see where we are at. We got Praetorian says first, and he's coming in with a salute. What's up, Praetorian? Praetorian is in the house. Praetorian is in the house, and oh my goodness.
Can you have it over here so I can see it? Okay, while you're talking.
Oh, okay. I'll put it right here for you, okay? Okay.
We can't have you missing them.
We got a zap from Jenny Legendary, a 1, 2, 3, 4. Who do we adore? And you know who that is. Jenny Legendary herself, coming in hot with the heat. And Jenny, thank you so much, Jenny, for being there and talking with Fanny and stuff during this process. Really means a lot to her. And we know if there's anybody who knows about this and how to feel and everything, it is you, ma'am. So thank you so much. We really appreciate you a lot. Jenny Legendary. That's why she's a legend, man. That's why she's a legend, man. It has nothing to even do with zaps. She's a legend. She's just a good person. So Praetorian's in the house. Praetorian, my man, a purchaser of a Flipper radio, and we did receive payment, sir, and we are going to be getting that sent out. When we get that sent out, we'll send you the tracking number so you can follow the journey of your radio.
Whoa.
Wow, I think it is. Yes.
Okay, whoa, guys.
Okay, hold on. Here she is. Here she is.
Okay.
Okay, so yeah, click on it. There you go.
So it says no name from who it was from, but 5,000 sats.
5,000 units of freedom flying in. And if that is from you, please let us know so that way you can get credit because you deserve credit for it. You deserve credit. We're going to turn this sideways so we can get flip in the screen. All right. Flip says 2 here. Yes. VHF says, yo, what's up, Backpacker family? What's up, VHF? What's going on, brother? Good having you here, VHF. VHS got the little emoji. He's like, hey, what's up, Backpacker? Don't forget about me. What's up, VHF? Praetorian says, yo, Flip, VHF. What's going on, guys? What is up, people? VHF says, what's up, Praetorian? Yo, VHF. Flipper says, yo, what's up? VHF says, hi, Flipper.
Hi.
See, you don't have to message, baby. Look, you got them live and direct right here. So speak up, baby. Speak up.
Hello.
You speak over Dad. Say, Dad, tone it down a little bit. I got something to say. Okay? I got something to say. Okay? Let's go! Jerry from Jerry Loves Freedom. You guys know him. You guys recognize that face. That's a busy man right there. He is a busy man as of lately, but busy in a good way. Busy in productivity. Busy in positivity. And so Jerry, what's up, bro? Jerry, and Jerry has also been here for us during this situation. And so I just want to say thank you, Jerry. I really appreciate it. That's what family does. That's what family does. We love you, bro. Joey! Ginger says, good evening, Packer family and friends. Happy for George. Yes, thank you, Ginger. Thank you for your love and support, man. Good. I'm happy to see you here, sir. And,
Whoa! Whoa, Dad.
Okay.
Okay, Dad, move aside.
Dad, move over again.
Okay. From Hands Off My Sats. 1,234 sats. The message says, for the beautiful assistant tonight.
For the beautiful assistant tonight.
Me.
Which it's not me. I'm not the assistant. Maybe I am. Maybe she runs the show. I don't know.
Dad, you are.
I'm the assistant?
You are.
Am I the assistant tonight?
Well,
okay.
Well, I mean, you're like the person who does the live, and then like I'm the person that makes sure.
Okay. You're the person that keeps me in line.
Yeah.
Okay, good. So that's a 1, 2, 3, 4 for the assistant, aka Vanna White. Number 2 tonight, Flipper.
Mm-hmm.
Thank you so much, Jenny. We appreciate that. Yo, is this the right place to find the #1 family in Bitcoin? Yes, it is, man. Yes, it is. That's us. Thank you for the kind words, Jenny. Yes, it is. We are here. Thankfully, it didn't puncture anything as well. Yeah, it's hard to believe. It's hard to believe that thing is going to travel through the intestine system and then make its way to his colon. And then, like, it's just like, hey, what's up? I'm a needle. I'm chilling here. I'm like, what? How did that happen? Like, that's insane. It is insane. Boise, Idaho? Idaho. Boise, Idaho. 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 Use-a-ho. Ludacris killed it with that song. You guys know that. Idaho, Ginger says. Let him know, Ginger. Let him know. Cherry's like, kind of. Jenny says, see what happens when you swallow things you shouldn't, George? You lose your balls. You don't have any more. So don't swallow anything else, sir. Tell him, Jenny. Tell him. But Jenny, let's be fair here. I got to see both sides because I don't. Fanny might check me on this one. Okay.
I think the kids shouldn't be leaving sharp stuff out.
We did have a very important family discussion about leaving things out, especially things like needles. Like that, because it's not only unsafe, but you can get hurt. You can get hurt. I had one in my bed. I had one on the couch. I had one on the floor. I find them all over, and I'm like, okay, we need to pump the brakes on this. So yeah, me and Fanny have had a little family discussion with the kids and said, hey, we need to slow down on that. We need to slow down on that, or go outside and do it on the stairs or something, because they just leave them everywhere. Idaho, Jerry says. Idaho, Jerry. Jenny says. She says, Idaho.
Idaho.
Oh, boy. Oh, boy. Jerry, Ginger, Jan, what's up? VHF, boom. All good to have you back. What's up, Spaceman and Jack? Spaceman and Jack.
I put them in.
Okay, she's got you in. She is on it. What's up, Spaceman? What's up, Spaceman? And Jack, make sure you keep your daddy in check, okay? Mm-hmm. You make sure you keep your daddy in line, Jack. Ask him for some extra treats. Ask him for some extra treats, Jack. You know how to do it. Ginger says, VHF, what's up? Fanny says, hey, everyone, just taking care of George. Yeah. Yeah, he's all... Boy, when we got George back, he was looking all messed up. Like, he was all drugged up. I'm like, was that supposed to be for me? I'm like, let me get some of that, George. You know, no, I was kidding. That George, he was all jacked up. I feel bad for him. I mean, you gotta find sense of humor in it somehow. I just, you gotta laugh about it somehow. But it's he was jacked up. Fanny says, hey, yo, yes. Love you, Fanny. Yes, she does. VHS says, Fanny, Spaceman, what's up? Fanny says, oh, thanks, Jen. I love you too. Thanks for everything you do. You are a great friend, Jen. Wow. Yes. Yes, you are, Jen. Yes, you are. This community is just so damn amazing. It really is. I swear, I pray there's a day we all are able to at least meet once in life, in person, and it doesn't have to be some elaborate, like, thing. It could just be like, we're chilling. Maybe we'll have dinner together or hang out or fucking have a beer or something. I don't know. Like, I really do want to meet everybody in the Freedom family at least one time. That's a big goal for Fanny and I. I think we can make it happen. I know we can make it happen. It would take some coordinating, but I'm pretty sure we can make it happen. One day. Of course, I almost lost Nico a couple years ago due to pneumonia in both lungs. It was extremely difficult to watch him try to fight and decide he was going to continue. Oh my God. That, I'll be honest with you, Jenny, and no shade to George, but that must have been worse because that drags on. That's not something that's like, hey, just going for surgery and like you're in recovery. It's like it can take a turn real quick. Assuming it's the same way for humans, or dogs and humans, and how it's kind of like, their systems work fairly similar. Because Fanny had pneumonia twice. A hodler had pneumonia twice when she was a baby. It scared the hell out of me. It was, man, yeah, that was scary. Pneumonia is no joke, man. And then Fanny had sepsis a couple times. And yeah, it's just crazy. We don't appreciate things until we run into these situations, or like these situations occur with like George, and we go through our everyday life. We're all stressed the hell out all the time, going to, a million miles a minute. And sometimes, the situations like this, maybe it's a sign, maybe this situation is just like, hey, backpacker family, pump the brakes and just like realize what you have. I mean, it's a way to look at it. It's the same thing with Fanny and her cancer. I try not to think about that every day. But what happens if one day it just kicks up, goes haywire, and it's all of a sudden code red, right? It can just happen like that. So I guess we just always have to like take situations like this and accept them for what they are, but let it teach us a lesson. To step back and know that tomorrow's never guaranteed, like we always say, and just to appreciate our loved ones, right? We can get hit by a car tomorrow, some crazy stuff like that. I don't like thinking like that, but VHF, my guy, what's up? Jen, exactly. Not today, Satan, she says. And Jen says, exactly, Fanny. Fanny says, I just can't believe, and neither the vets, that there was no punctures or slices. Yeah, it really was a true miracle. It's fucking insane. It's freaking insane when you think about it. Like, how the hell is that possible?
It skipped on you again.
The power of our freedom family gives us prayer and good energy. Yes, it does. Yes, it does, Fanny. Fucking miracle. Frocking miracle. Yes. Rhetorian. I like that. Jerry's laughing. Look at Jerry's laughing. Jerry's over here laughing. He's like, backpacker, what's going on? Backpacker, what's going on? I stepped on a used needle on the floor at the hospital. The floor was dark and it blended in. Thankfully, it didn't go all the way through my shoe. Wow, that's crazy, Jen. That's scary, especially at the hospital, right? Who screwed that one up?
At least you're at the hospital.
Wow, yeah, exactly. Well, that's true too. At least you're at the hospital. But was it a used needle, man? Was it a used needle, or was it one that was like accidentally discarded, or I guess the question I'm asking is, was it unused or used? Because that's a huge difference. I mean, it's one, and not saying like if it's unused, it's not as big of a deal, but it kind of is, because
yeah, it's a life or death situation.
You're right, babe. You're right. No, you're 100% right. You're right. You're like, Dad, come on, stop trying to like downplay it.
Yeah, stop trying to be cool, Dad.
Okay, I'll stop trying to be cool. Jerry, we had chicken for dinner.
No, Dad, you have to say Jerry.
Jerry, we had chicken for dinner. Yes, they had
fried chicken.
They had like a Chick-fil-A, the spicy patties. We get those in bulk.
Yeah, I don't know who dropped it. It was a needle.
Gotta go. Oh, sorry. Going for a SXS ride. What is it? SXX ride with my wife. All I know is that it looks like you're about to go have some fun with your wife and go do something and enjoy yourself. So, Ginger, tell your wife we love her. We love your family. Love you guys. Be safe. Wear your seatbelts. Okay? And you guys have a fantastic evening. Thank you for stopping in, Ginger. Love you, bro. Spaceman says, Jack is keeping me in line. I'm just a frisbee thrower to him. My nickname for him is Boss. Yeah, sometimes our dogs are like, we think we're the ones in control, but really they're just like, really? You, like Jenny always says, pesky human. I think it's so true. Yeah, I don't know who dropped it. It was a needle of a transfer device. It still had the tubing attached with blood in it. Oh my God. That's crazy.
I love Hodler.
I love Hodler. Jerry says, I love Hodler. She says, I love you too, Jerry. I'm gonna tell you guys what. When you do these like lives, you don't realize how much your like voice
You're
starts.
talking, and
Yeah,
then, like,
it's like you're just like,
and then like your voice gets dry.
it gets all jacked up, you know. So we're all caught up with chat, guys. We're all oh, there goes Jenny. Exactly, Spaceman. I'm the thrower of the ball, and he totally traded me for a chicken nugget.
Oh.
Oh my goodness. Yeah, these animals are a trip, man. The animals are a trip. But like I said, guys, I think, you know, not everybody's an animal person, and some people are cats and dogs, and some people like fish, and some people like reptiles. I mean, it's a whole spectrum. But I really think animals are they're a beautiful thing. I'm a cat guy personally. Yes, I'm a cat dad. I have a big heifer upstairs. We call her Big V because she's a big V. She's a big heifer, and she's a Siamese calico. You guys seen her before, I think. And I love that cat. And I like cats. I don't know what I don't dislike dogs. I think respectfully so. I think we all have our preference. But yeah, I'm just a cat. I'm a cat guy. Is this a reaction channel? Because I just had a video uploaded that it took 3 hours to upload, and I wasn't trying to do it during your live stream, but I like your thoughts on it. Oh. Well, Jerry. Let me go see something real quick, sir. Let me see.
I think it was the one that came out 19 minutes ago.
Oh, did Jerry put something out? Oh, shit. Bitcoin Core and the Democrat Party are enemies of Bitcoin. Wow. Well, let's see. Hold on. Give me 1 second. Okay. Like flippers on it. I have them and I prefer cats. Yeah, see, trans, you're like me. You're a cat dad. I love cats, bro. I don't know what it is about cats. They come over, they give you some affection, and they're like, okay, and I'm out. Cats are like, I feel like they're like in a Spanish accent all the time. They're like, hello, human. Hello, owner. Give me love as I demand it right now. And then I shall flee and leave you alone. Because I want affection when I want it. I feel like that's how cats are. They come, they give you some love, and they're like, all right, bye, I'm out. And I'm like, okay, that's cool.
They don't just stay around you and follow you everywhere.
Oh my gosh, it's so funny. Well, I like fish the most, but between dogs and cats, I'll take cats. Okay. So guys, check it out. Jerry just said, hey, backpacker, I think you need to check this video out. And I think you might need to do a little reaction on it. And I'm not going to lie, I've never done a reaction on a Jerry video before. So this might be a little interesting. It sounds as though he's giving me the green light because I don't want to steal all of his viewers. Cats are plotting to kill you 99% of the time. Yes, like Pinky in the brain. 3 hours to upload. Holy cow. I wasn't trying to do it during your live stream, but I like your thoughts on it. Okay, well, if you give us the green light, sir, and YouTube doesn't have a hissy fit about it, I think we should be in the clear, right? I don't think they'll flag me. Reactions are easy. I really thought about doing reaction videos. I think I could do really well with reaction videos, but I just get scared that I'm going to get taken down. Like, I really legitimately get afraid that I'm going to get taken down. Like 100%, my channel's going to get shut down and everything. Like, I seriously, that is my fear. So I don't do them. Because there's a lot of things I watch that I can do, like, a ton of reaction videos. No problem. Because I always have something to say, or, like, I just feel like I can do reaction videos, like, no problem. I would like to do reaction videos, to be honest with you. But I just get scared. I get scared of being shut down. That's just the honest truth. But I guess all I do is, do I keep it in this frame like this, or do I make it bigger and then, or do I make myself bigger and then his self smaller? Like, okay, I can watch it all. Okay, if you stay away from music and movies, you're usually safe. Okay, so let me try something. Let's do this real quick. So let's do this real quick because this is kind of cool. We're doing it live, guys. We're doing it live. So, okay, I'm gonna do. Wait, how do I do this? I think I go here. I think I go there. No. I guess we could just watch it like this. You guys okay with watching it like that? I'll just put myself like this or something. Is that cool? That should be okay. A dog looks at its owner like, human, give me food and shelter and love. He must be a king. That's a good way to look at it too. I mean, there's a billion ways to look at it, right? It's so true. All right, let's get into Jerry. I have no idea what this is. He like literally just said, here, backpacker, check this out. I'm like, shit, okay. Let's see what's going on. Let's read the title first. It says, Bitcoin Core and the Democratic Party are enemies of Bitcoin. So we have two things here. We have Bitcoin Core, which I think respectfully so most of us don't like, because they don't have the best interests out of Bitcoin, and we feel like there's some bad actors in there. I wouldn't say all of them, but I say majority of them have gone a little rogue, and they wanted to flood they wanted to flood the chain essentially with spam. They basically wanted to spam and put extra things in there that don't need to be in there. We're not a storage service, right? We focus on transactions, right? Because we are a cash system, right? And then we have the Democratic Party, which are enemies of Bitcoin. So let's check it out. I keep on saying let's check it out, then I go to chat. Hold on, we're gonna check it out. Hold on, we're gonna check it out. I'm like, I think I have ADHD. I don't know. I was thinking about going to get checked out for ADHD or ADD or something. I quit. I can't watch back. I quit. I came to watch a Backpacker Family. Not Jerry. Nah, just kidding. Oh, shit. Okay, no. VHF, that's the truth. Okay. Let's check this out, guys. Let's check it out. This could be fun. Because you got to remember, sometimes Jerry goes off, and then Backpacker gets to have a little fun spin on it. So let's give it a go. Let's see what's going on.
What's up, guys? Excuse the wind. It's kind of windy out here. But don't know what I'm going to name this video. But I've been doing a lot of thinking about this. My channel's called Jerry Loves Freedom. We love freedom, and we love America. We love Bitcoin, and I see a lot of comparisons between America and Bitcoin and politics and stuff like that. Because I tell people all the time that Bitcoin is political, and when I say that, it is political, but it's from. When I say that, I'm talking about the outside politics, American politics in particular, U.S. government, Democrat versus Republican and stuff like that. But we also have, obviously, politics inside of Bitcoin with the miners.
And that's a fact. Bitcoin is political. And I will agree with what he's saying here, and I think it gets misconstrued, because I'm one that says it a lot as well. We don't always necessarily talk about Bitcoin being political in the traditional sense of the government and senators and suits per se. There is a gap that can be bridged between the political system, the traditional political system, and Bitcoin. But Bitcoin has its own politics within it, and it's going to get more and more political within itself as time goes on. It's just the nature of the beast. Because the more individuals we have in this, the more big players, the more people that have names for themselves, the Sailors, okay, the Maulers, the Core, the Knots, okay, TradFi, okay, ETFs. It's building its own ecosystem. That is the politics. So it is political within itself. Now, there is the politics of it within the government as well, right? But Bitcoin in itself is becoming its own ecosystem or own entity, right? And it's getting bigger and bigger and adopted by more and more people. And so I think that when Jerry says it, or hell, even when I say it, when we say it's political, we don't always necessarily mean it's political in the sense of traditional politics. It could be a mix between the internal stuff that's going on, but then kind of like a bridge or a mix up between the two.
And the Bitcoin Core devs and node runners, everything else. So there's a lot of politicking going on because again, human beings are political people, and America is run by human beings, and Bitcoin is run by human beings, and Bitcoin is just a protocol that is used by human beings as money. And it's the freedom money. It's the best money in the world if we keep it that way. Okay? I always say America has two, and excuse the wind, guys, sorry. America has two.
Yeah, geo versus internal politics. Exactly, Trent.
Enemies. We have an enemy abroad, and then we have an enemy within. Now, you can say China's our enemy abroad. Some people say that, or other countries. Another country in particular that's trying to pretend to be our friend, but really an enemy. And then we have, in my personal opinion, a within enemy. And to me, it's the people that are running and the Democrat Party. Running the Democrat Party and the people that are in the Democrat Party. I think they're enemies of this country. The way it was supposed to be built, the way the Declaration of Independence and then going on to the Constitution, the framework of this country, they are completely trying to change it. If you don't believe me, just look at the amendments in the Constitution and you tell me if the Democrat Party is with that or against it.
Now it's really simple. Okay, we'll keep it really basic here. Okay, this is 101. When you take a civics test to come into this country, you got to answer a lot of these questions that 90% of Americans don't know themselves, right? Okay, you got to answer all these questions to become American. They ask you, who did the Declaration of Independence, who gave the whatever. All these questions. Okay, all these questions. Okay, I do think that needs to be brought back, but I will say this: a good start, and that most Americans, most citizens within this country have never done, is read the Declaration of Independence. It's actually not very difficult to read, and you can find a lot of user-friendly ones, or I recommend kid ones for young kids. It breaks it down really easy for you. It's easy to understand, and they change some of the jargon in there, some of the lingo, but it's something that is very digestible. So I would start off with that. When you read that, it really gives you the most simple framework of our country, of our liberties, and things like that. Then you would follow through with the amendments and so forth. But you need to read the Declaration of Independence first.
Did you tell me about the Declaration of Independence that's available in graphic novel that now?
Oh yeah, that's right. That's so funny. Yes. So Anonymous, on this topic, Anonymous got the Declaration of Independence in a graphic novel form for young kids, from teens and hell, even younger kids. And so he's reading that right now. So there's all these different ways, but that I suggest that's a good place to start. Okay? Especially with everything going on now, I suggest everybody start there.
They're trying to be regressive or progressive, as they say, aka progressing away from the Constitution. Well, the same thing is happening into Bitcoin, in my personal opinion. Bitcoin core, I believe, is rotten to the core. And just like when I said the Democrat Party, that is run by some people that are not that good people, are trying to change the protocol. And as we know about the Bitcoin block size wars, and before that, the first op return situation with the block size bloat and everything, and I believe it's don't get me started, because I'm not don't quote me on this, because I'm not really good with these numbers, but I believe it's 80 megabytes for the op return size, 40 to 80, and then they raise it up from that to 100,000 gigabytes, I believe. And that is basically,
the math doesn't math on that. If anybody knows anything about computers, like basic computers or basic storage, or hell, has a phone, okay, the math don't math. Okay, it's really simple. We want to keep the chain clean, because we don't want it bloated and taking an infinite amount of time and an infinite amount of space in general. It's not sustainable. Okay, you can think of all this, all the details, and you can critique it all the way down to like the thing, but to keep it simple, we want to keep it efficient and free of bloat. Because remember, this is a peer-to-peer cash system from the horse's mouth. Okay? We want to keep it that way. As humans, we have a tendency of screwing everything up all the time when we get something good. Okay, so let's not screw it up. I agree with this guy so far. I have never met this guy before, but I agree with this man so far, and I actually, you know what? I think I would love to meet this guy one day.
Stuff that can go inside of the Bitcoin blocks that are not Bitcoin transactions, just a bunch of BS. in there. And it's the same thing with America. America is letting in from within. We are letting in a bunch of illegal immigrants and things like that. And that's exactly what the Bitcoin rotten to the core devs are doing to our Bitcoin. It's the same exact.
Yeah, and the people coming in not the right way, because I'm not against immigrants. Quite frankly, I think immigrants are a wonderful thing. I think they bring a lot of diversity. But when you come in the right way, it's the same thing. It's adding bloat to the system, right? It's bloating our system, our economic system. Now you come in the right way, freaking A, I'm all for it. But you can't bloat the system, just like you can't bloat the chain. You can't bloat, you can't bloat Bitcoin.
Thing. And I say this all the time. Freedom isn't free, and we have to fight for it. And, I see people all the time telling me, oh, Jerry, basically shut up and dribble. Basically, hey, Jerry, shut up. Stop talking about politics. Just teach about Bitcoin and blah, 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 blah.
You don't understand your freedom until you don't have it. Go to other countries. Unfortunately, a lot of us have just been born into privilege. Okay? I suggest you guys also look into reaction videos in the World Cup of foreigners and everybody from around the world coming to America and looking and they're saying, oh my goodness, like it's so clean. Oh my goodness, look at the high school stadiums, the soccer pitches these kids can play on. Like, oh my goodness, you can get free refills here? Oh my, like they're just like in awe. And we just it's just normal for us. It's just something to think about.
The funny thing about that is, if you're not willing to protect it, then why teach about it, right? Obviously and clearly there are attacks on Bitcoin. And I believe these two entities, the Bitcoin core devs and the people in the Democrat Party, are one and the same. I believe that. Because when you see people just completely change and go off the rails like the Democrat Party has done and like the Bitcoin core devs have done recently, more recently than the Democrat Party, you start to scratch your head. When you see a regular Democrat, a person that was just a regular old run-of-the-mill Democrat, and they tell you, hey, I'm not with this stuff. I'm not with the far left. I'm not with the woke agenda and the transformers and the... Don't get me started. I was about to go on.
You could, if I had the opportunity to put like a little scale on the right side that had like a little, like a volcano meter, I already knew that was coming. I already knew it was coming. I'll tell you guys what. When we meet in person, we have really good conversations. And boy, sometimes we're thinking, damn it, we should have rolled the cameras. Because I'll tell you, we have some bangers. I call them viruses within the system. I'm not talking about the Democrats per se, but I'm talking about Bitcoin Core. Bitcoin Core has been infiltrated. Now we don't know who for certain, but there's some bad actors in there. But I like to call them viruses because it's digital, right? And there's viruses in there that have ill intentions or other they're getting other incentives, right? They could probably even care less about Bitcoin. Maybe they're just getting kickbacks financially from a US dollar standpoint. They don't care. I mean, anything's possible, right? But it's important to be in the know and stuff like this. So,
you know all that stuff, okay? And the same thing with the Bitcoin Core. Somebody's just running a regular node and was running Bitcoin Core because everybody was running Bitcoin Core. 90+% of people that had a node was running Bitcoin Core. And then all of a sudden they said, oh, we're going to blow open the opt return from 40 to 80 gigs or megabytes or whatever it is to 100,000. It's like, no, I'm not with that. So that's why 20% is now going with Bitcoin knots, and I'm one of that 20%. So when you see that stuff and they're telling you, oh, Jerry, just shut up and whatever, I'm like, bro, if you're not willing to fight for it, then what are you willing to teach? Why are you going to teach it? It's almost like being an ostrich or being the people on the Titanic, the guys that are playing the music. They're just not trying to fix nothing. They're just playing the music and trying to entertain everybody. And meanwhile, the ship is sinking. I ain't one of those people, man. I'd have been in the engine room trying to figure out what was going on, and not saying I could fix it, but I'm just saying. So the fight that I choose to fight.
Sorry, I missed some chat, guys. I guess for some reason my chat kicked over. Came to watch about. Okay, go ahead. No, I did. I have it on there, babe.
Oh, okay, good.
Those have been my favorite. A South African guy. You mean I can just walk around the night and no one's gonna bother me? Yeah, exactly. Our legal immigrants hate illegals. Yeah, Jenny, that's true. I have really good friends because eventually Fanny and I are gonna relocate to Southeast Asia or be snowbirds out there, and we talk to them all the time. They're from Myanmar. They have a home out there, and I can literally leave tomorrow and I have a whole house. I can get employed. I can work. I mean, like the hospitality I have at my fingertips over there already is amazing. But they came here legally, and they hate, and I'm gonna say hate, and that's a strong word because they are Buddhist. They hate what's going on, or what was going on. They hate that they had to work so hard, and they're abiding by the system, and they get taxed, and they're like, they get everything for free. We had to work so hard. We got denied so many times. We had to do this and we had to do that. We own a business, and we send money back to our family, and we get taxed, and they get everything for free, health for free. You know, they had a medical appointment they had to do not too long ago, and they had to pay a boatload of money, and they're just like, what the heck? And I told them, and they asked me. They said, Anthony, Crystal, I don't know about the red and the blue. I don't know, but I think I like the red. And I said, you like the red because you see it. You see it. And so we explained it to them, and now they are just like full blown, like, yep, we don't want the other people. I mean, it's not rocket science, guys. It's not, and they're not the only ones. They're not the only ones that feel that way about people that are immigrants that are here legally, and they feel that animosity and frustration towards the individuals that come here because they don't care. They do whatever they want. It's valid. I don't know how that feels. I do to a point because I'm an American, but I don't know how that feels to have to go through so much to go to another country and to work so hard to get in, and then to feel good, you know, and do good and be a business owner and a good person, and then you see these other people just flooding in. You're like, dude, what the heck? You feel cheated. So it's a real thing.
Is I stick to my wheelhouse. I'm not saying I'm a political expert, but I know a lot more about the Democrat Party. I've been a Democrat all my life than I do the Bitcoin core situation and knows, because that's not my wheelhouse. But I'm learning more and more every single day, and the more I learn about it, the more I look at it, the more I'm convinced that the Democrat Party and the Bitcoin core devs, they're co-opted. Something's up with these people.
And he's not wrong. I won't go as far as saying like Bitcoin core is Democrats. Like I won't say that. But the analogy fits. The analogy of, so what Jerry's doing here is interesting because he does it a lot, but I'll say I'm going to speak on it. He's bridging the gap. He's bridging the gap between the system that's corrupt, and he's bridging the gap between core and knots, and the shenanigans going on within Bitcoin. Because even within Bitcoin, and that's how it's political, you have this versus this. And here's the thing. Okay, here's the thing. It's gonna come. It's gonna happen again and again and again. It's never gonna go away because we're always gonna have to kind of adopt and grow with Bitcoin, and you know, we never, you know, but it's one of those situations to where it doesn't affect you until it affects you. How did we get here? Oh my goodness! Everybody's getting robbing and stealing, and there's homeless on the streets, and what happened? I'm gonna tell you what happened. What happened is your ass didn't do anything 10, 20 years ago, okay? You were just hunky-dory floating down the freaking lazy river, and you didn't do anything. That's how it happened, okay? Now, I'm not gonna sit here and say that may be the same for Bitcoin, but to a point, I believe it might be. We had the block size wars. We got core versus knots. We're going to have all these different situations and scenarios arise that we're going to have to take affirmative action on. Okay? That's why we get to our million Satoshis. Okay? Get your cold storage. All right? Run a node. Okay? Then run a miner. Once you do that, and you get to a pretty good amount of Satoshis or Bitcoin, there gets to be a point where it's like, okay, I have a lot. Now I need to focus on security. Okay? That's where people like Jor come in. Okay? The king of security himself, I mean, he knows damn near everything about security, and he gives you situations that just blow your freaking mind when you think, you're like, damn, I never thought about that. You're like, oh, you feel like a monkey. You're like, you know, you're like freaking out. So, time doesn't stop. The world doesn't stop. Bitcoin doesn't stop. We have to continue to roll with it, and we need to adapt and adjust accordingly. But we don't need to get paranoid. I feel like there's a lot of fear mongering, right? Hey, oh, AI, it's going to take over the system and blah, 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 this and that. I'll tell you what, Bitcoin ain't the first thing it's hidden. Okay? Centralized systems, banks, the low-hanging fruit, that's all going to get hit first. Once that starts happening, yeah, oh shit mode kicks in. Then you get on the ball and you say, okay, I know Jor's prices went up about $2,000. Bro, what's up? Let's figure this out. Okay? Just in general. I'm just saying in general. If you lose me, I fell asleep, Jenny says. No problem, Jenny. It's okay. Get some rest, ma'am. You're a hard worker. I'll keep your Bitcoin safe for you, backpacker. Yes, if anybody wants somebody to hold, if you want to send your Bitcoin to somebody, there's someone in the chat. They go by the Bitcoin technician. Go ahead and just send it over to him. Don't do that, people. Don't do that, okay? Don't ever send, don't trust anybody until you've built relationships, okay? Never give up your seed phrase, okay? If you're listening to this 15 years, 2 years down the road, don't give your seed phrase to anybody. Never. It doesn't matter. Don't do it.
If I had to take a guess. So why am I saying this? I'm pointing out the problem. That is the problem. What is the solution? Sorry about that. Las Vegas is very good. One second. I gotta be a one-take Jake here, guys. Sorry.
He's got to be a one-take Jake, and he's talking to the front row Joes. And if you know, you know.
What's the solution to this? Well, it's simple. Learn about your local politics, whether it's your local mayors, your people in your town, whatever.
This is true.
Learn what they're all about, because these are lawmakers. These people on the local level, then on the state level, and then learn these people on the federal level and who they are. Because I'm telling you, you don't want an enemy of quote unquote crypto, aka Bitcoin, in office, because they would do everything they can to shut Bitcoin down. People say Bitcoin is unstoppable. That's just objectively not true. It's not.
You're right, sir. You're right. We feel invincible right now until we're not invincible. Until it affects you. Right? It's exactly what I was saying. And I agree with you 100%. We can't be stagnant in anything we do in life. And we always need to be in the know, like I say. It doesn't mean... Because politics gets such a bad rap, right? It's like, oh, it's politics, whatever, and nobody wants to hear about it. But listen, you let things affect you as much as you let them affect you. It doesn't still mean you don't educate yourself. It doesn't still mean you don't know what's going on. You just need to be a strong enough individual to be able to be like, okay, that's enough. I see what's going on. I'm good for now. What happens is when it consumes you, then you're weak. So set up good boundaries, set parameters for yourself, be in the know what's going on, do your research. We talk about it. Don't trust, verify. Do your research. Blah, rah, 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 rah. Okay? Do it, but don't allow it to consume you. Don't allow it to take over and change who you are as a person or anything like that. I think that there's a big misconception of this, where it's like, oh, politics is so horrible and crazy. No, it's really not, because in the real world where you walk and you live and you work, and quite frankly, you probably still pay taxes, you need to be in the know. You still need to know what's going on. Otherwise, you just become oblivious and ignorant to everything, and then you're not doing, number one, yourself any good, and you can never be the change you want to see because you don't know what change to make. I'm just saying. He's just saying. He's bridging the gap here, guys. He's bridging the gap.
You need to run a Bitcoin node. If you don't run a Bitcoin node, you're not a true Bitcoiner. You're depending on someone else verifying your transaction. You're not part of the quote-unquote voting on the network. You can't do anything. You're just buying Bitcoin and putting it in the cold storage, which is great. But again, you got to run a Bitcoin node, just like you got to vote. That's your way of voting.
Wait, are you telling me, sir, that I need to vote? Because I thought my votes didn't count. I thought when I vote, it doesn't mean anything. That's what I thought. I mean, I thought I was born into freedom. I was just born into this beautiful land we live in today. I thought it just happens. I didn't know patriots fought for this country and soldiers fought for this country, and these individuals sat in a room for 1 billion hours trying to come up with this document to try to, like, essentially predict the future, and quite frankly they did, right? I didn't know the amendments just kind of happened from like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, like why did they do that for? Well, they did that because as the country changed, as the world changed, they needed to bring these amendments in. Now, do you think that that's not going to happen with Bitcoin? You don't think there's going to be like Bitcoin amendments or amendments within Bitcoin? I call it that. But there's going to be things that are going to be changing, that need to be adjusted or changed, or we need to adapt over time. And if you don't think that's true, then I think you're really foolish and fooling yourself. Now, how that plays out, how that goes down, what it'll be, we don't know. But I think we can respectfully say that the block size wars was one of them. Maybe it's more on a consensus level, right? That's what Bitcoin is, right? It's consensus level. Maybe it's the amount of individuals, and quite frankly, you don't have a vote if you're not running a node, you know? This is all part of doing your part. Being free, being sovereign. Owning Bitcoin doesn't just make you free and sovereign and make you like this full like holy Bitcoiner. You still have to have a say. You deserve a say. You owe it to yourself to have a vote in this system. Just think about it.
And if you are running a node, I highly suggest you run a Bitcoin Core. Bitcoin not. Excuse me. Get off of nodes. Get off of Core. And if you're voting, I'm not telling you the Republican Party is perfect. It's not. But don't vote for Democrats. Even if you vote independent, or you vote for the Republican Party and say, okay, let's try to fix the party from within. A lot of people that were skeptical about knots in the beginning, and rightfully so, I was too, because I didn't understand it, was like, oh, I don't want to run this because blah, blah, blah. Well, let's run it, get away from Core, because you got to run a node, and then if there's some little tweaks we need to do,
So do you mean to tell me that it's literally the flick of a button, essentially, to keep it like elementary? Do you mean I can just go like this? Toggle. I can go this way, and I can go toggle and go that way? No, that's too much work. Too much work. Too much work for me. I can't do that. Nope. The hell with it. Let them do whatever they want. Foolish. You're putting your life, your energy, your time, and everything into this protocol, into this system. You're opting out of the traditional system. You don't think you owe it to yourself to at least do your own due diligence, just to try to educate yourself just a little bit, to critical think, to think like, okay, I align with this more, I align with that more. Now that's your choice. You can't listen to someone like this that says this is what I'm saying and that's what it is. No, that's not what he's saying. What he's saying is he's giving a logical breakdown. He's speaking for both sides. He's biased to one side because he's explaining his experience and what he's doing and why he's doing it, yes. But this all comes back to, as you as an individual, as a sovereign citizen, taking control of a situation and be the change you want to see.
We need to fix it. We need to fix it. Same thing as the Republican Party. Believe me, Republican Party is far from perfect. And you have to do that. You have to understand what's going on here, man. You have to protect the network at all times. Me personally, and again, from all angles, man, from inside enemies and from the enemies from the outside, and also, like I said, the one from within. I have my life savings in Bitcoin. It's very, very important to me. So I have a personal incentive to do this. That's why I talk about the Democrat Party so much. I believe they are a threat to freedom. They're a threat to my country, and they are a threat to Bitcoin. A threat to Bitcoin, excuse me. They are the pro-slavery and.
By the way, guys, if you guys haven't liked, subscribed, or shared the video, please do that. It definitely helps out the channel, and it doesn't have to only be in Signal. It can be on any of your other social networks. If you're on TikTok, Kick, Instagram, Facebook, please send it out there. Please send this video, this live stream, my live streams out there. I really appreciate it if you guys do that. I really, really do. I don't have all those other social media platforms. I don't do it. So if you guys do, I would greatly, greatly appreciate that so much.
Anti-freedom party. And I believe Bitcoin Core is the same. Just look at how Core acts. Look how the Bitcoin Core devs act when they get called out on something. Instead of saying,
yeah, they don't know how to have rational conversation. The Bitcoin Core devs get emotional. You've seen it on stage. If you guys didn't see it on stage, they had a debate on stage. They get all emotional. Okay? I'm just saying. It's a red flag.
and yeah, let's have a healthy debate here. They just start calling the other side stupid and dumb and all the same thing as Democrats. Same exact thing. So it's just sad what's going on. But I tell people all the time, man, if you want freedom and you really think America or your country, wherever you're from, is the greatest nation in the world and you want to keep it free, you got to keep fighting for it. Excuse me, man. And if you want Bitcoin to stay a freedom money and be a decentralized money, just like America's decentralized, you got to wake up every single day and make sure you fight for that freedom, because it's not free. Let me know what you guys think in the comment section below. And again, guys, listen, the future's coming. It's on its way. And Bitcoin is it's like water, like Bruce Lee says. It's constantly flowing. But we have to flow it to the right place. We don't want a lot of junk and stuff in our water. We want the water to be clean. And we want the water to be used what it's supposed to be used for. Energy, drinking. This is freedom money, ladies and gentlemen. It's the best money in the world. It really is.
That's
and
right.
In order to get pure sovereignty, real freedom, there's only one way to do that. And also to get rid of the slavery protocol that we're in now, the U.S. debt and the Federal Reserve. And if I had to take a guess, I'm pretty sure you guys already know what that is. It's the best way to save.
And for me.
And for me, the only way to save.
And that's Bitcoin.
And that's Bitcoin. I love each and every one of you, and I'll talk to you soon. Peace and love, guys.
My man. My man, as Denzel says. My man, right there. Check that out, guys. Okay, well. Yeah, I don't think he was wrong. I don't know. I don't think he was wrong. I don't think a lot of people like still talking about politics and stuff with Bitcoin, but it's just the way it is, you know. I think it's so misconstrued. You know, it being like it has to be like left versus right within Bitcoin, all this and that. You know what I mean? There's so many different angles you can take it. So, great video, Jerry. I love it. And you're not wrong. I mean, you're not wrong. Not wrong at all. I mean, I agree with everything you said. Not every Bitcoiner is a Bitcoiner. Go. Not every Bitcoiner is a Bitcoiner. Not every Bitcoiner holds for Close the door. Not every Bitcoiner holds for the same reasons. Not every Bitcoiner has the same 15, 20-year look down the road. Not every Bitcoiner is going to ever run a node or mine or hell, even use cold storage. Not every Bitcoiner is going to take their Bitcoin off of the exchanges. There's layers, there's stages to this, guys. Okay? Now it's up for us as individuals in this chat and everything to educate the other individuals that don't know. We've seen them come in to our chat. We've seen them come into Jerry's chat. We've seen them come into George's chat. We've seen them come in and ask questions of uncertainty of what to do. We've seen individuals who still held shitcoins and sold shitcoins and eventually went aped all in Bitcoin. We've seen it. They know that if they have any questions, you have the freedom to jump in this chat and ask questions. You have the ability and freedom to hell, if you don't want to talk to me, you have other individuals in this chat that can help you out. Okay? It all comes into the proof of work and doing the work yourself and educating yourself. I didn't know anything about core and knots and the block wars, and because the block wars was before I got in. Right? And so I didn't know about all this stuff. I had to go back and re-educate myself, kind of like a Bitcoin historian. Right? You need to go back and learn from its inception and learn what happened, what transpired, what battles and issues happened. Okay, what did the forum say between Hal Finney and the cypherpunks and Satoshi Nakamoto? Okay, right now there's a lot of information, and there's actually Bitcoin historians now making names for themselves, going back and breaking that stuff down, making and actually cataloging and essentially, hopefully, putting it in a form of cold storage that it won't just be erased. Because in 10, 15, 20 years down the road, guys, people are going to be asking us these questions like, oh my God, you were around when it was under 100,000. You were around with the block size wars. You were around with core versus knots. How was that? Like, what did you guys go? Were you scared? This and that? And you can actually speak on that because you've put in the work and the energy and the time. One thing that Jerry has said that has always stuck with me and I got to get better at is always know your numbers. Always know your numbers. When did it get published? When did it get released? When did the white paper, like, who was involved in it? What were the forums about? What were they talking about? Break down the white paper. Now, yeah, it gets a little technical, okay? You need someone like Trent to break that down, right? For someone like me, I'm thinking some of this is mumbo jumbo. I don't know. It's like hieroglyphics. But for the most part, in the meat and potatoes, it's pretty simple on what it is. Most people have never read the white paper. Most people have never taken the time to see what it is or to break it down, or hell, throw the damn thing in AI and say, can you break this down for me? And have it break it down for you. Say, break it down for me like I was in 5th grade. Okay, so this is all part of doing your own work. Now, when we talk about things being political, like I said, it's really important to understand that it is such a buzzword, but also it's the same way as someone like me or Jerry when we say it's political, of us saying, just do your homework. Just take the time to break out of your comfort zone and just try to learn beyond what just you believe in or just what you see or what you hear. Look beyond that. Let me go to some chat real quick. Yeah, Trent, you keep my Bitcoin safe, bro. Well, we gotta buy Jerry a fuzzy windbreaker label. Yeah. I'm not gonna lie. When it's windy as hell out there and I put that little lapel on there with that little fuzzball thing, holy cow, dude. It could be blowing like 80 miles per hour. I've had it blow hard. Pause. And you don't really notice it in the videos, and then you can edit your videos and you can go to like a background noise like reducer, and you don't barely even hear it at all. Whoa, don't call me out on shitcoins. Yeah. Jerry says, great breakdown, thank you so much. No, thank you, sir, for taking time and energy. And because we're on that topic right now, We got 10 people in the live, guys. Smash that like, share the stream. You guys also throw something in the chat. You guys are too quiet in here. What's going on, man? I need to see some fire emojis. I feel lonely here. I'm like, what's going on here? Give me something to work with, guys. But for tomorrow, for my I'm really excited. I've been breaking down Bitcoin in a way that's a little different. I buy every hour on the hour. Okay, if you want to buy every hour on the hour, I got Strike in the description below. Go check it out. Buy every hour on the hour with Strike. You won't be disappointed. You want to talk about dopamine hits, good dopamine hits, not like a drug addict, but a good drug addict, if you know what I mean. And you get those dopamine hits every hour on the hour, just bing, 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 bing. And you wake up in the morning, you see this stack of sats. You're on top of the world. Okay? I've been breaking down and I've been doing my own research, my own numbers, and I'm getting there, but I still need to educate myself more on the breakdown process of this. I'm going to show you real quick. There it goes. There goes Spaceman. There goes Spaceman. Thank you, sir. Thank you. I appreciate that, man. I appreciate that a lot. So let's go check out over here. So currently right now, let's refresh this. Currently right now, okay, this is to the people who feel like they're priced out. This is the price out illusion. This is the people, the normies, the individuals, or the suits that try to say, you can't buy Bitcoin, guys, because it's too expensive. You're priced out. Well, no, that you're lying, CNN and fake news and money market people and people that are trying to scare everybody out. You guys are wrong. Okay? Because when you thought you couldn't afford $1 an hour, what happens with 1 cent? You can get 15.77 Satoshis right now, guys. And that number fluctuates as the price of Bitcoin goes up and down. Okay? Well, obviously, you see Bitcoin's price right now is 60,402. Okay? The higher Bitcoin goes up, the less amount of Satoshis you get. The lower the more Bitcoin goes down, the more sats you get. AKA units of freedom. AKA the real money. Okay? So, and as you can see here, we can switch it. We can go 1 Satoshi gets you 0.06 cents. Whoa, let that sink in, guys. Are you telling me that 1 Satoshi is essentially 1 Satoshi is already stronger than a penny? Okay? As far as I'm concerned. So that's always fun to do. But then here's a fun thing to do. You can go left and right here, and you can go through every single penny, and some places don't even have pennies anymore. Okay? 5 colognes, Costa Rican cologne. Look at 5 of these will get you 17. Papua New Guinea. 5 of this, whatever, I'm not even going to try to pronounce it, can get you 17.97. The euro, the 1 cent, gets you 18.1. Check that out. Okay? So you can play around with this. This is fun. Okay? It's a fun thing to mess around with. It's a fun education tool. You're learning your currencies. You're learning your breakdown between the parity. Okay? So it's a fun tool to play with. And I highly recommend that you do it. I highly recommend you do it. Obviously, my face was in the way. Once again, because I'm a complete and utter freaking dumbass sometimes. But oh, let's see. Oh yeah, let's see if they have that. Dude, dong. Jerry loves dong. I'm priced out. Yeah, everybody's priced out. It's a price out illusion. It's complete utter fallacy. I have a fire video coming out, guys, tomorrow. It's gonna be a little longer. It's a vlog, and I love my vlogs. And I got one coming out tomorrow. And it's going to be about, I think it might be pushing the 30-minute mark. So it's going to be pretty long. It's going to be a pretty long vlog. So get your popcorn ready. It's not going to be a Spitfire one. I'm not going to be cursing and going off the freaking wall, going off and getting my blood pressure up. But I am going to be breaking down the 1 cent to Satoshi parity. And I tried to think to myself, and I was writing my notes in a notebook. And I was I was doing some stuff on here, and I was just trying to how am I going to make this? You can't make it short. I was trying to can I cut this section out? Can I not know? People need to know about this because you have to bridge the gap. People need to know, people want like examples, right? So I can sit here coming with facts, and I come in super Bitcoin heavy, and they're like, yeah, Bitcoin, yeah. But then the regular normies gonna be like, what the fuck's this guy talking about? So I have to do it in a way that a regular person can watch this who either is skeptical, doesn't own a lot, or says I only have $5, a week or something like that. This, I need to break it down so they can feel not priced out and understand. And so I'm really excited about tomorrow's video, and I don't know when it's going to come out. If it's going to come out in the afternoon or later in the evening, but it will be out by the evening time. So just keep a lookout for it. Keep an eye out for it. So let's go back to that and go check out the dong. That dong, the dong, dong, dong. What a freaking name. I think like Canada's called like loonies and toonies. Is that true? Can anybody confirm that? It's like a loony and a toonie or something. It sounds hilarious. I don't know if that was true or not. I thought someone was messing with me. The Hong Kong dollar. The Hong Kong dong. The Hong Kong dollar. 10 cents. It's kind of interesting to see all these different currencies. Okay, 1 penny. The pound sterling, they call it a penny. They copied us, obviously. The dinar. Look at that. Okay, let's see. Let's kind of jump through this. Afghan. It's kind of cool seeing all these different ones. Iraqi, dinar, peso. Holy sh! It's crazy. Yeah, to do all these conversions and breakdowns would be like insane. Okay, let's keep on going. Look at all these currencies, guys. This is nuts, huh? See how overly complicated? Look at that. Holy shit. It looks like the number's going up. I don't know if I've ever done this. Hold on. Oh, it's going up. So Trent, while you're here, because you're pretty good at this, does that mean if I take my US dollar and I go to like one of these places, like right now, like I don't know, the Norwegian krone, okay, 1 krone. If I take my dollar, convert it to this, and then get that many satoshis, is that how that works, Trent? So does that mean that I can take my dollar, buy their currency, and then I get that much? Then I get that much, or am I looking at this completely wrong? Okay, let's keep on going. Oh, I think that's all it goes. Is it DONG or DNG? Oh, Vietnamese dong right here. I must have passed it. So 200 dongs. Dong currency, guys, not that kind of dong. It's not Bonnie Blue here. 11.99 satoshis, essentially 12. So that's pretty cool. Yeah, it's a fun thing to play around with. Kind of a nice little tool to keep on your, kind of keep on your hip to just to be able to break down the show. It's a good visual. It's good for visual purposes for individuals who don't fully understand. Wait, hold on. What the hell's going on here? Yeah, this is crazy. How the hell do I get back to USD? But yeah, so oh, there we go. Now we flip it. Anyway, so there we go, guys. So when you see a penny on the floor, if you're not picking up change inside of your couches, inside of your car, from your friend's car, on the floor at the laundromat, you're not stacking hard enough, okay? So there's no reason why you shouldn't be getting change and converting that into sweet Satoshis. Take the change, stack it up, go to your local credit union or whatever bank, find one that doesn't charge you fees, mine doesn't, and we convert all the change we find. Sometimes it's 20, 40, sometimes it's 15, 10, $5. We let it add up for the month, and we'll get a pretty good amount, and we go through and we smash by that. And that we smash by. We don't put that into our hourly buy. We put it into a bank account, do strike, and then we smash by that amount. And I got a bunch built up there in my room right now, and it's getting pretty heavy, so I'm thinking I might have like $50 or something of just change laying around 25 cents here. You go to the store, you get 25 cents, 10 cents, a penny here and there. You know, you see change left on a table, snatch that up, dude, and do the work and put it away and then go smash by that. I'm telling you, it adds up. That's crazy. I love the sats per penny comparison. Yeah, I mean, the sats per penny comparison is essentially what we're trying to get to, sir. I mean, we're trying to get to, you know, a Satoshi is $1, right? But yeah, we're trying to get to, we're just, 1 million. Let's start off there. Start off with getting to 1 million Satoshis, because that's the barrier of entry as far as I'm concerned. And then the next step, the next big jump is $1 million Bitcoin. Okay? And I'm going to tell you right now, this right here is going to look crazy when Bitcoin goes up. It's going to be wild. No, dollar would still buy you more sats because you're going to get charged a conversion fee, but even without it, it would be all the same. Okay. Dong, pause. Exactly. Yeah. Dongs. Yeah, I'm going to have some dreams tonight. They'll be, oh, the dongs are getting me. Attack of the dongs. I'm like, oh my God. Fanny's going to be like, babe, wake up. She's like, are you okay? And I'm like, yeah. Oh my God, I had a bad dream, babe. She's like, oh my gosh, you were just saying dongs in your dream. What happened? I'm like, oh my God, I was getting attacked. Oh God, I'm doing too much. I say the craziest things sometimes. But yeah, guys, so that's that. So that's pretty fun to do. So yeah, bookmark that for yourself. It's not something I'm holding just to my chest here and keeping it from everybody. It's called coins.monospace.live. Right? Or you can put Satoshi to penny parity, type it in Google, it should pop up. But this is my jam, guys. This is what I'm running with. Okay? I'm coining this, okay? I'm running with it. This is a backpacker thing. But I want to share with everybody because I think the parity from 1 cent to the Satoshi is very, very important and not talked about enough. And we're going to be getting into that a lot more in these videos, guys, because I got a lot of stuff in the works. I got about 15 videos in queue right now. And I keep on building them up. Maybe I want to take a Saturday off. Maybe I want to put 2 out on a Saturday. Maybe I want to throw one out midweek. I'm keeping them cooking, guys. I'm keeping them cooking. So, I'm working in the background. When you guys don't see me in the signal, when you guys don't see me replying or I'm quiet, it's because I'm working. I really am like doing a lot of work with doing my shorts. You know, I put 20 shorts out the other night. I'm doing working on my videos. I'm working on I have like a side memo pad where I'm putting ideas down all the time, and I'm stealing ideas from different things, and then trying to create things. You know, I'm doing my best to try to keep on building and working. And so let's jump over to a couple X posts real quick. A little random, but I think as a little halftime show. I think she's stacking hard enough, guys. What do you guys think? Let's see. Hold on. Is she stacking hard enough? Now, I thought that was a necklace at first. Right here, that was hanging, that was dangling between her assets. See, that's a Satoshi to a penny parity right there. You see that? It's 1-to-1. But it was just a zipper. It was just a zipper holding her all in. Because she's a brick house. She's mighty, letting it all hang out. You guys know this. All right, let's get into it. So I found when I do my X posts, I pull up about 5, sometimes 10, and I just kind of run through them. They have nothing essentially to really do fully with Bitcoin, but they're just kind of things I found intriguing through some of the stuff I've seen throughout the day. Sometimes I don't do many, so, but it's just kind of random. So I like to get into some random stuff sometimes. So Five Below is promoting Ouija boards to kids, even made it all bright and colorful to make it more kid friendly. AKA to advertising companies to brainwash and lure in little children, similar to what the rainbow flag does, right? Like unicorns and rainbows and stuff. You got little boys, playing with girl toys and stuff like that. Okay? Whether you believe in the lore of the Ouija board or not, there's at least enough general concern to where these should not be marketed to children. Now, I respectfully would say that let me move my face again because I do this every time. I would respectfully say that I'm a believer that a lot of it is up to the parents. It all starts at home. Parents need to be parents because parents aren't parents anymore nowadays, right? They treat their kids more like friends. Hell no, that's not coming into my house. No. Now, I'm not going to lie. I'll be 100% honest. I'm a transparent guy. You guys can ask me a lot of questions. I'll answer them. Very few things I want to answer. I don't care. I work off of transparency. It's just who I am as a person. I did play this one time when I was in high school. I'm not going to lie. I did. There was the Goths. There's one guy named David. He was a cool cat. I don't know what the hell he's doing nowadays. But he goes, hey, so we went over his house. We were drinking beers. He had a badass Chevy stepside. We're all freaking chilling and, smoking and drinking, whatever. Stuff I probably shouldn't have been doing. But we're all hanging out. And he goes, hey, do you guys want to go, play? And, I was a little faded. But I was like, sure, why not? And so he brings us into this room. Mind you, David was older. He was like 23 at the time when we were like sophomores or something like that. So he had his own place. And dude, he had candles, freaking table, chairs. Like he lit all the candles up and we're playing this thing and it was wild. Wild. I would never do it again and I would never recommend you do it or do it with your kids. It was weird. It was off the freaking hook, man. But yeah, so and then mom's like it's my time. Now, I don't know for any fathers out there if this is actually a real thing. I don't get this. It doesn't happen. It doesn't happen in our household. No, sometimes it does. It's different though. It's more like the kids are hanging out and mom's like, "Okay, guys, it's like time for bed. Like, give me dad back or something." Right? Something like that. But I feel the love. Look at this. Launching those kids out. Whoa. See? Time to move. Look at dad. Sometimes dad's like this. Well, hold on. Is it kids, time for bed, kids. Time to go to bed. Play it because if I play it, it's just gonna be a drug. Be addictive. And you're not too old for gaming. You just miss what games felt magical. So that's it for that, guys. That's it for that. But yeah, let me make myself bigger here. Let's see where we're at on the blocks. Let's do some pullouts. Let's refresh this because if you don't refresh this, sometimes it'll trick you. And let's get some pullouts going, guys. So we started at 471 block height and we're at 476 and these guys are rolling slow. We are slow rolling. We're low and slow like a lowrider.
Pause.
Yes, exactly. Pause. We're chilling.
Hardcore pause.
So we are at 477. 72, 473. All right. So
you put Jerry in here?
Yeah.
Yes. Let's see and double check who is in the chat. Now listen, guys, if you're not here, you're not getting sats. So put some in the chat. We're going to be doing some pullouts. And let's see who's here. We got the Bitcoin technician. Trent is here. Jerry is here. Fanny is here. Spaceman has messaged. Jenny might have fallen asleep. We don't know if Jenny fell asleep yet. She might. And if she did, good for her because she deserves it because she's a hard-working woman. That's a hard-working woman right there. And she deserves her sleep.
Can you give me that?
Okay. We got 8 people in the chat. And
is Praetorian here?
Praetorian was here in the beginning.
Oh, Trent says flip. Game over. Flip.
All right.
Flip.
Okay, so then we have. So I think there's people listening in the background. VHF is here. VHF says, "Don't ever put me in that hole, backpacker." I know Ginger dug out to go hang out with his wife. They're having a blast right now. Praetorian was here earlier, and we got people listening in the background. So if you want to if you want a chance to win some sats, guys, you need to let it be known. Put yourself in the chat. Otherwise, I'm just gonna have to acknowledge the people in here, and they might double up, triple up, quadruple up, actually. Okay, and you know what? we're going to have some fun real quick. For the people that are here in the chat,
5 1K.
we're going to do 5 1Ks. We're doing 5 1Ks right now for the people that are in the chat, showing love and support, in here, messaging. We're going to do 5 1Ks right now, and we're going to do a speed 5 1K. We're skipping the blocks. Going straight to the 5 1Ks to acknowledge the people that are in the chat that are messaging. So if you're in the chat right now, I suggest you put something down. Yes, I suggest you put something down. We're getting 5 1Ks. Okay? So far I have who I see here. So your odds are really good.
Let's go!
So
to these loyalists, let's do this.
Yep, and we reward them accordingly, and they deserve it. So let's do it. Our first 5 1K pool.
Ready?
Is going to
Haha. 21 on God.
No, you're good, Spaceman. I know you are always chilling, bro.
Yeah,
you're good.
You're good.
Okay, Jerry, 1K for you. Our second 1K goes to
Oh, I don't know if he's here.
Praetorian. Are you listening in the background, sir? We'll put him for the second. Let's go to the third.
Okay.
Our third 1K pull for the people who are in the chat. Let's see who it is.
Gang, gang, Spaceman.
Spaceman, congratulations, sir. 1K coming your way.
Going to the moon. What's up?
Thank you for being in the chat, sir. Thank you so much. Our fourth 1K pull is going to
Fall off a ladder, Trent.
Trent, the Bitcoin technician. 1K coming your way, sir. LOL, my cat knocked my internet down. Damn heifers. Trent, congratulations, sir. 1K coming your way.
I said that looks mighty delicious.
Our fifth 1K pull.
My rap.
Let's do it. Your guys' odds are great right now. You're welcome, sir. Thank you for being here. Thank you for being here.
You gotta match it, Nico.
Nico, Jenny Legendary.
She's listening in the back.
Jenny's a legend.
Yeah.
Jenny's a legend. She
She's
gets
gotta
it.
take care of Nico.
Yeah. Just like I gotta take care of George.
Jenny's a legend. Okay,
Let me
we are going to re-pull for Praetorian for the second 1K. I haven't even had a Red Bull today, Fanny. All right, our final 1K pull. Let's do it. You guys deserve it. I appreciate you guys.
Pull out, pull out, pull out, pull out, pull out, pull out. Haha. Jack. Gang, gang.
Congratulations, Jack. I love it. We love when the pups win. Congratulations, Jack. I love it. We got Nico and Jack both won. We got Jerry. We got Jack. We got Spaceman. We got Trent. And we got Nico. I love it. Now we get to do the blocks. We're going to be pulling for block 471. Let's do it. Yeah, Fanny, show it who's boss.
Nico for the first one.
Congratulations, Nico. 472. What can we do for you? Let's do it.
Out of my room. Hold on. Out of my room. You don't go in my room anymore.
Yes, Mom, I was just making
Sorry.
It's okay.
That you don't need to make sure nobody's okay. Jerry, 21, guy.
Jerry, congratulations. 473. What can we see? Hold that shit. Pause. Yes.
Hold that shit! Ha!
Jerry, congratulations.
Odds are good when we have this going on.
I love the rapid round like this. I love it. I love it. I love
Next
it.
one.
474. We want more. Let's do it, guys.
Red Bull falling off a ladder.
Trent, my man. 100 Satoshis coming your way. 475. Let's keep it alive.
Let's go. Okay. Ha! Jerry.
Jerry, congratulations.
21.
Oh, God. All right. 476. Who's in the mix? That bull's so legendary.
It's awesome. Woof woof! Jack!
Congratulations, Jack.
There you
100
go,
units
Jax.
of freedom coming your way. Jack says, Daddy, double it. Double it, Dad. Okay. Our 477. All dogs go to heaven. Let's do it.
Oh, we don't want to talk about Dogs Going to Heaven.
It's a great movie.
Yeah. Jenny! Nico's got to match you!
Jenny Legendary. Congratulations, man.
Holy shit!
And 478. Who do we appreciate? Let's pull that shit.
Wait. I got a little too rough.
Oof.
I got a little too rough.
I better be watch out. I'm in trouble.
Hold on.
Oh, damn.
That'll make it.
Oh, who's that?
Woof woof! Nico!
Nico, congratulations. The furry freeloader is in the house.
I like tonight's pullouts.
I love it.
They're fun.
This is this is great.
I love it.
This
Let's
is
go.
Right on, guys. We appreciate you guys so much for engaging in chat. And anybody listening in the background, we love you guys too, man. We love you guys too. I know not everybody can engage in chat. Some people have stuff going on, and that's fine. There's no problem with that. But to be fair, for the individuals who are actively engaging within the chat, sometimes it gets you a little an advantage, a bonus. And
that was the bonus.
That was the bonus. That was the bonus.
And that was also the bonus because you guys are so awesome with your positive energy for George. Because
Yes.
I was freaked out.
Yeah, exactly. And so, pull-out game is good. Yes.
Pullout game is tight.
Pull-out game is good, bro.
I think Jerry's probably is Jerry probably the master of the pullouts? How many? Let me see the thing.
On these ones?
Hold on. 1K. 1K. Oh no!
No, I think it's...
It's Spaceman and Jax are the master puller outers.
Yeah, Spaceman and Joe.
Your game is strong.
Yeah, they're to the moon. They are to
Pull
the
out
moon.
to the moon and don't dip back.
Yeah, his. So when did we send out Spaceman's radio? That was pretty soon. It'll probably be there. Hopefully.
I'll
next
check.
week.
I'll check the tracking number,
Yeah.
but I just sent it out this week. I would have sent out
Yeah.
the other ones,
Yeah.
but I had to take care of my
Yeah, I'm excited. I'm
my
excited.
furry child.
I'm super stoked for you to get it. I'm really excited. Flipper's really excited for you to get it.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, she's super.
She
stoked.
like picked out all the stickers and everything.
Oh yeah, she had them all laid out, and she's like picking them.
And she was like
seeing if they fit. And...
Yeah, she was super bummed because like out of her stickers, there was only cats in Bitcoin and there was no dogs.
yeah, that's true.
So she was like super bummed.
Yeah.
Super bummed. And so I was just like, it's okay, don't worry. Jax will love it. Make
Yeah.
sure Spaceman's gang got it.
Yeah, it's dope, man. Well,
Jerry.
Yeah. So we're all set, man. That was this is a Friday Night Live. We're chilling, vibing. Thank you guys for all your love and support. Thank you for being here, engaging in chat. Engaging in chat isn't mandatory, but it's definitely appreciated because it when you're on this side, on this end, and you see the engagement in the chat and everybody talking, hanging out,
Flip.
it's important. It's important. So but I love and appreciate the people in
Get this rock out of my house now.
But I love and appreciate the people. You know, I love and appreciate anybody. You listen in the background or in the chat. It's fine. But for the people that are in the chat,
Nope.
They get first crack at winning sats. And when we see people that are loyal within the chat, I'm definitely not one, nor is Fanny in particular, more so Fanny, that we like to give incentive and give bonus and appreciation. It's something we can do to show appreciation to you guys. So check tracking for me. Keep your eyes out. I don't have a tracking number. Okay, I think okay, we'll get that sent over to you.
Oh, okay, so I'll send him his tracking number.
Okay.
Does your Lightning address allow you to have notes?
Or where would you like us to send? I'm very excited.
I bet you'll take that rock, Trent.
Yeah, chance I'll take that rock.
And you never know. Your dog might eat it and swallow it just like George.
Yeah. This isn't a rock you can smoke, Trent. Sorry. This one's not smokable, bro. Trent's like, give me that rock. I'm Rick James, bitch. Okay, I'm very excited. Yeah, so can anyone tell me the best way to save is?
Best way to save and the only way to save and stack like you guys all know, is Bitcoin.
Yeah, I'm sure it is. And buy
It's Satoshi's.
and stack those pennies, people.
Did you tell them how much it is for a penny?
Yeah, we did. We went over that.
How much was it?
It's so much fun. I love it. I'm like addicted to this part.
15.74 Satoshis.
For 1 penny.
That means all the change that you see on the ground in your car, anything like that, dude, that's 15 Satoshis. That's $2 worth of Satoshis in the future. Ask Jen.
It makes no sense to not to be stacking cents. To be stacking cents, pennies. Caspa, yes.
Yeah, Caspa.
Yes.
We know Caspa. That's the ladder that you're walking on while you're drinking your Red Bull and you fell off of. We know that.
Oh, cool. So Spaceman gets it from the Riz full address I have when I send him the things. So we can include that if that's okay with you into your notes section, so you can have that.
Yep.
And if for whatever reason it's not in tonight, I just gotta find it.
Oh, I have it.
You have it.
I have it. I have everything.
Okay, she has it.
I have everything.
I'll include it in there. Yeah.
I have everything.
She's like, I have everything. Backpacker, I should all over.
I'm just saying that's exactly why. Like, I wasn't able to ship anything out because I had to take care of George. Didn't want Backpacker to have too much on his plate.
Oh, George did great. He did great with me. He just hung out and just sat there, and he was just chilling.
I 16 sats for one penny exactly, and in the future 7 sats gets you $1.
Jesus.
Ask Jen. So that's $2 worth of sats in the future. Like, what's up for freaking a penny?
It's really, you guys. We're gonna be historians, whether we like it or not. We're gonna be historians.
My ladder is green, Fanny. Very Caspa-like. Yeah. It's probably why it's also slippery and you fell off, because you're drinking Red Bull and it's full of moss and bull.
Do we not agree that you can't put a GoPro on like Jerry and Trent to like watch their day and go live? If they did that, I would literally probably like totally be watching it or listening to it in the background. I would.
Oh, yes. I've already offered that to Jerry.
Yeah.
I have already asked him that. And Trent, I definitely would. All we would see was him being Red Bull.
Red Bulls.
Gas station food.
Gas station food.
Falling off the ladder.
Red Bull. Gas station food. Yeah, getting all jacked up. And the thing, have you guys remember that movie called Ed TV? It was like Matthew McConaughey. I think it was back in the 90s or early 2000s. And they recorded him 24/7 live. Like it's exactly that. Like I think that would be so dope. That's incredible. Yes, exactly. It is incredible, sir. It's like the priced out illusion is I'm over. I need to start training myself to stop using the word Bitcoin so much and start using Satoshis.
Yeah. Every sat matters. Every sat matters.
My employer would not approve. All right, guys. Well, Backpacker here, Fanny Packer here, Flipper Hodler Anonymous. We're all chilling, and BTC George chilling in the room.
I'm about to go feed him. Hand feed
Yes.
him because he's spoiled.
She's going to go hand feed him. I appreciate you guys' love. Thank you for being here. If you guys haven't checked out Jerry from Jerry Loves Freedom, go check him out. Trent, the Bitcoin Technician, and yours truly, BTC Backpacker. All three of us do a show on Sundays, the Truth at Work podcast, where we just let our hair down. We talk about random stuff. Sometimes we go crazy because, I don't know. It just depends how it goes. I put out live videos Monday through Friday, 6 o'clock Mountain Time, and I release my vlogs on Saturdays, sometime throughout the day, sometimes early, sometimes later. I don't know. But if you want to know, you can hit the subscribe button and the bell notification so it notifies you to let you know when I'm putting the videos out.
And on top of that, you could also find Trent on his Off-Ramp Radio.
Yes.
Off-Ramp Radio, which is really awesome. Go stalk him there because it's really fun and he likes to talk trash back, which is really fun.
Off-Ramp Radio, right?
Yep. Radii.
Oh, shit.
But there you are.
Sorry
You're
about
good.
that. And there you guys go. Check them out. Subscribed. Bell notification icon is on, like I just said. And go check him out. Off-Ramp Radio, Trent the Bitcoin Technician, where he does... Let's remove my face real quick. No, we'll keep it there. That's fine. Let's go show. Off-Ramp Radio. So right now he has 57 subscribers. Go subscribe. Show him some love. Hit the bell notification. He has 50 videos right now. And he does reaction videos. And I'll tell you guys what. They definitely deliver. And he has one 7 hours ago that I'm going to go watch. And I can't wait for that.
Oh, I already watched that during work. What's that?
And as you see, he's very consistent with his posts. And he gets better and better every time he does it. So... if you're not subscribed to Off-Ramp Radio, you're not stacking hard enough, guys.
Yeah?
That's just facts. Whoa, moving the whole screen. But thank you guys for your love and support. Thank you guys for being here, supporting us, hanging out.
Check out Jerry Loves Freedom. What's up? Check
Yep.
out Jor.
Yes, check out Jor. Yeah, Jor's killing it. Jerry's
Check out
killing
Robin.
it. There's something for every day of the week, and there's something for multiple times throughout the day. And, you know, maybe one day we might just have our whole news network going on. A channel dedicated to nothing but 24/7 rotating videos. I don't know.
Yeah, then we employ the kids. What's that?
Yeah, exactly. We got to put the little suckers to work.
Yeah,
right.
Swallowing a needle because you left it out.
All right. Well, we love you guys. Thank you for hanging out with us. And BTC Backpacker here. We're chilling with Fanny Packer, and we will see you guys